Hi, and welcome to what I'm excited to share is the beginning of a new series here on the channel. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Instead of jumping straight into our meditation practice, I want to start each episode in this series with a story, a parable that carries wisdom we can then explore together through our practice. Today's story comes from Sahil Bloom, and it's one that's been sitting with me for weeks now, asking me to pay attention. So here's the story. An old carpenter told his boss that he planned to retire. The boss was sad to lose such a skilled craftsman, but he understood. The carpenter had served faithfully for many years. Before letting him go, the boss asked if he'd stick around for just one last job. "Would you build one final house for me?" he asked. The carpenter reluctantly agreed, but his heart wasn't really in that anymore. He was thinking about retirement, about rest, about finally being done with all this work. So he cut corners. He used cheap materials. He rushed through the job, just wanting to get it over with. When the house was finally complete, his boss arrived for the final inspection. The carpenter expected him to walk through, point out what needed fixing, maybe complain about the shortcuts that had been taken. But instead, the boss reached into his pocket and pulled out a set of keys. He placed them in the carpenter's weathered hands and smiled. "This house is yours," he said. "My retirement gift to you." The carpenter was stunned. If he had known he was building his own house, the house he would live in for the rest of his life, he would have done everything differently. Now he had lived with the consequences of his own shortcuts. This story hits me every time because it's such a perfect metaphor for how we're living our lives. Every single day, with every choice we make, every action we take, every way we show up in the world, we're building our own house. The house of relationships, the house of health, the house of our character, the house of our reputation, the house of our inner peace. And just like the carpenter, we often rush through our days thinking these small moments don't really matter. We cut corners on our self-care, use cheap materials in our interactions with others, rush through the work of becoming who we want to be. But here's the thing. We have to live in the house we're building every single day. Today, our meditation is going to help us slow down and really look at the house we're building, not with judgment, but with a kind of awareness that helps us make more conscious choices about the materials we're using and the care we're putting into this beautiful ongoing construction project that is our life. So, let's begin. Find a comfortable position, letting your body settle. Closing your eyes or softening their gaze, taking a moment to arrive here fully. In this present moment where all our building happens. Let's begin by connecting with your breath. Not changing it, just noticing the natural rhythm. Each breath is like laying a brick, one after another, building something with each moment. Now, imagine yourself standing before the house of your life. This house represents everything you've built so far: your relationships, your habits, your ways of thinking, your daily choices. Take a moment to really look at this house without judgment, just with curiosity. What do you notice? What parts are solid and well built? What parts might need some attention? Step closer and notice the foundation. This foundation was built by your daily practices, your morning routines, how you treat yourself when no one is watching, the small kindness you offer or withhold. Place your hand on this foundation. Feel its strength or notice where it might need reinforcing. Remember, this isn't about criticism. This is about awareness. Now walk around to look at the walls. These walls were built by your interactions with others. Every conversation, every text message, every moment you choose patience or impatience, connection or distance. What materials have you been using in these walls? Have you been using the strong timber of presence and listening? The solid stone of authenticity? Or have you sometimes used the cheap plywood of half attention and surface level engagement? Let's look at the windows. This represents how clearly you see yourself and the world around you. Have you kept them clean with self-reflection and honest awareness? Or have they gotten cloudy with assumptions and old stories that no longer serve? Notice the roof. This is built from your thoughts and beliefs about yourself. Is it strong enough to weather storms of doubt and criticism? Does it provide shelter for your dreams and hopes? Or does it leak with self-judgment and limiting beliefs? Here's what I want you to remember as you observe your house. You are still building every single day, right now, in fact. With your next breath, you're laying another brick. With your next thought, you are choosing your materials. With your next action, you are either strengthening the foundation or letting it crack. So let's practice being a conscious builder. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine yourself choosing high quality materials for today's construction. Breathe in awareness. Breathe out shortcuts and rushing. Breathe in intentionality. Breathe out mindless habits. Breathe in self-compassion. Breathe out harsh self-judgment. Now, set an intention for how you want to build today. What kind of materials do you want to use? What area of your house needs the most attention right now? Maybe it's reinforcing the foundation with better self-care. Maybe it's installing stronger windows of awareness. Maybe it's repairing walls in your relationships. Feel yourself standing in front of your house with a craftsman's pride and an owner's care, knowing that every choice matters, that every moment of attention is an investment in the life you get to live. You are both the builder and the one who gets to live in this house, so build it well. Build it with love. Build it with a kind of attention you'd give to something precious. Take 3 deep breaths, carrying this builder's awareness with you. Knowing that when you leave this meditation, you'll continue building consciously, carefully, with intention. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. Remember that carpenter's lesson. You are always building your own house. Every interaction, every choice, every moment of self-talk is adding to the structure you have to live in. The beautiful thing is, you get to choose your materials. You get to decide whether to rush or take your time. You get to build a house you are proud to live in. And the even more beautiful thing, you are never done building. Each day brings new opportunities to add beauty, strength, and joy to the life you are creating. If this practice resonated with you, I'd love for you to hit the like button. It really helps others discover these meditations. And if you are enjoying this new Parable series, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our weekly wisdom stories. I'm curious, what part of your life's house are you focusing on building right now? drop a comment and let me know. And if you know someone who could use this reminder about conscious living, please share this with them. Thanks for building alongside with me today. I'll see you next week.